So I'm actually looking forward to this conversation. And first name only?
Aaron.
Oh, another
My name's
Aaron.
Aaron.
I think it's spelled a little bit differently.
Yeah.
All right. So, reason I was looking forward to this conversation when Aaron heard that I was going to do this, and that it was going to be a conversation on the bench. He told me I want to be a part of that. All right.
Yes, I did.
And can you tell us why the concept of bench was powerful for you and why you wanted to be a part of that?
Well, because I've been here, I haven't been on the bench actually, but I remember nights I had nowhere to go.
Yeah, so let's flesh that out for people a little bit, if you're comfortable, on what that means when you don't have anywhere to go. What does that feel like? What are some of the difficulties of having really nowhere to go in practical terms?
I just remember feeling unloved, hopeless, and like nobody cares,
Okay. All right. So yes. So, and I tried to, when at the beginning, when I introduced this, is that I'm on a bench here. I'm committed for 24 hours. I'm gonna be a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm not all alone.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Because I've got people supporting me, surrounding me, helping me. I also can look forward to, I know that when 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon comes, I'm off the bench. I have that hope.
Right.
That I have to go somewhere, but you're saying, I mean, how long was it for you that you felt that way, that you had nowhere to go? Are we talking weeks, months?
How long the period of time that I had to deal with it?
Yes, that's what
I can't remember. It wasn't too long, but I would bounce from place to place. You know, and then I end up in jail. Yep. And then while I'm in there, I'm planning on what am I going to do when I get out? Yeah.
Okay. So how did you end up coming to Bridge Street Mission?
I first heard about Bridge Street through a guy that was there in the old building. But at the time he told me about it, I was talking to him. I was living in Ohio and working. And but I kept that in mind, in case, as a backup plan, just in case whatever happened. While I was living in Ohio, my kids are in Wisconsin, so I wanted to make it back up here. Not the way that it happened, but I definitely wanted to come back.
So you were in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And that's where your family was, your kids.
Yeah.
And then you went to Ohio.
Yeah, with my family, my mom, sisters, brothers.
Okay. And what brought you back to Wisconsin?
Oh man,
is that a safe question?
I'm speaking from the heart. What happened was I got back into drugs, and I still thought I was functioning for a while, and then it caught up to me, and my PO said, "You gotta go back to Wisconsin." She said, "How long?" I had to pay for my way back. And she gave me a week, and I ended up here. Just out the blue, I came back, and yeah.
All right. So you're back in Wisconsin.
Yep.
And you knew about Bridge Street Mission.
Yep.
So talk to me about how you got
we'll get there.
Here.
Okay.
Or you have more to say?
Yeah, we'll get. I let it. Okay. So I had that in mind. I had my someone that I knew was like, you could stay here. And I said, no, I don't think that's a good idea. But I ended up in a little relationship. And that stopped me from going to the Bridge Street Mission at the time. And I ended up back in the drugs and landed back in prison again. So while I was in there, I had a couple options. And one was the TOP, one was, to stay with a friend. I said, no, I think the Bridge Street Mission would be good for me.
Okay, so you came right from prison to the mission.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Still.
Okay.
I put in a referral, but I didn't hear back. So I ended up going to a halfway house, and while I was in there, things weren't working out right, and I slipped up in the drinking, and I see where this is heading, and then I got a hold of Bridge Street Mission, and talked to them, and things worked out. I met with them and was clean, and been clean since.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. And so can you go ahead and maybe similar as you heard Aaron do, what was the first, was it easy to be there? What was hard? What how did it start off and how
Okay.
did you adjust? What did you feel like being in a place? Because obviously being in a building with 30 men,
Mm-hmm.
like a college type setting, is different than being
Yeah.
in a relationship or being in your own
Yeah.
place. So kind of give me your first impressions.
I At first it was like I'm in the room, stabilization, and I know there's a reason behind it, and I couldn't go anywhere by myself, which is probably a good thing.
Thank you
But
for acknowledging that.
but it's definitely worth it, and the people that work there and volunteer, they're really good people, sincere, and that's something difficult for me is like trusting people, opening up to people, But I felt like it's needed.
Yeah.
You know?
Can I dig there just a little bit?
Okay.
Stop me if you have to.
Uh,
Why did you struggle trusting people?
just from my life experiences.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in the past,
Yeah, yeah.
you were wounded by people that
That
weren't
I thought I could
trustworthy.
trust. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They said they loved me or whatever. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
so
working on
yep.
it.
So that's understandable.
Mhm.
When we did Mystery of Addiction, you
Mhm.
probably you have the double bind, right?
Mhm.
The thing that you need the most is the thing you fear the most.
Yep.
Because in the past there's been hurt in that area. So how have you found then now relationships that are healthy and relationships that you're learning to trust again?
Know
can
who
you
to
talk,
trust.
Can you
Yeah.
talk through that a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit. You just gotta know who to trust.
Okay. And okay. And do you feel that there's some people in your life now that you can trust?
Definitely.
Or you're still working
Definitely.
toward it?
It's still a work in progress as far as like opening up to people, But I feel like I got the right support.
Okay. Okay. So where are you in the program now, and what are you doing?
Man, I'm feeling good. I work part time, and then I do my programs, my Bible study, but I feel like I'm basically contributing to something that I used to take away from.
Okay. Let's pause there a second talking
Okay.
about your vocational track.
Yeah.
So we've already talked about Northern Valley being one of our vocational tracks. We've talked about St. Vincent de Paul.
Yeah.
You rolled in here with a shirt
Mm-hmm.
with a different logo on it,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So your vocational track is where, and what do you do there?
Goodwill at Red Mountain, and I'm cashier and merchandise on the floor. I try to help out and do as much as needed, the time I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the people I work with, and I'm thankful. That's one thing. When I'm feeling down, I practice being grateful, gratitude.
Okay, good.
So, yeah.
And so I'm going to ask you the same question, kind of let you wrap up with the same question I asked the other Aaron, was
All right.
so when you're done
Yeah.
with their program and you graduate and we
Yeah.
celebrate that, and then when you eventually move out successfully,
Okay.
what do you hope to see your life being?
I definitely gotta stay sober and keep being a part of what I'm doing now. That's the celebrate recovery and church. Find me a church that I'm comfortable at and just keep it up. Don't leave it behind, because without it, I'm guaranteed to slide back into old ways, and that's not gonna happen this time.
Excellent. I like that determination. Okay, and what would that be? What would be that? Do you have an ideal job and setting Is it going to be living here in Wisconsin? Is it going to be going back somewhere else?
probably
What kind
gonna
of
be-
employment?
I'm probably going to be living in Wisconsin. It's a good community, now that I, see the other side of it. And I want to stick with where I'm at for a little bit because when I got out of prison last time, it was difficult finding a job, someone to give me a chance. So someone gave me a chance, and I'm going to be the best worker for them. I plan to go to school for cosmetology. I want to cut hair. And
okay.
wherever happens, man. I'm just having God with.
Good. All right. Well, thank you for coming, Aaron. I know this isn't always easy telling your story in front of other people, but I knew you had that desire when you first heard about it. So appreciate you.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Excellent.